don't know. This is what you don't see. Like it's learning to trust that they can ask for support, that they can rely on somebody else. Learning, despite how you're feeling, you're choosing not to give up. Okay? I could be talking to somebody who has been guided to step away from something that has taken too long, or know that this reading is for you. I know that this is confirmation for what you've already been feeling. I do feel like I could strongly be talking to a family person who is a head of a family. Hey my loves, welcome back to Pop It Reads Tarot, and in today's Timeless Pick a Card Tarot reading, we're going to dive deep into what's really going on behind the scenes, the hidden energies, the unseen shifts, and the next steps Spirit wants you to know. If you've been sensing a shift or seen talks of timeline jumps, feeling called toward big change, then this message is definitely for you. You'll choose from 3 piles using your intuition, whether it's the crystal, the card, or just the unshakable vibe. That is going to be your reading. If more than one card or crystal resonates for you, then that could be your reading too. This is intuitive tarot at its core, and if you found this, you were meant to. I'm channeling with tarot cards, oracle cards, and guidance from Source directly, as well as my spirit team of unconditional love to bring through messages for your highest and greatest good. Like, share, and subscribe for more pick a card readings, collective readings, and messages from Spirit. And tap that bell so you never miss a free YouTube Live tarot reading. Right, now let's uncover what's happening behind the scenes for you. Welcome to your pick a card selection. So the first deck that we have is the Suki Tarot. I love the design of that, and also this beautiful blue calcite crystal. So let's see if I can get a bit closer. There we go. It's a gorgeous crystal. The blue calcite crystal is connected to our throat chakra, so that could resonate with you if you've got a blocked throat chakra. But it helps us, if you utilize it correctly, it helps us to really open that up. There we go. The second deck we have is the Good Tarot. I love this deck. I haven't used it for a while, and it's here with a clear quartz crystal here. So a quartz crystal, it allows you to channel clearer, okay? It also amplifies the energy of crystals around it, a little bit like selenite as well. But very frosty looking, gorgeous crystal here. There we go. And then the last deck and the last crystal is the Fairy Tarot deck and this Dream Amethyst crystal. So lots of lovely different shades and waves of purple here. Lots of lovely detail if the camera focuses. There we go. So that could resonate with you. Okay, so those are your 3 crystals and your 3 decks collective. Okay, take some time to meditate on that, resonate on that if you need to. So pause the video if you need to, set an intention, ask a question if you would like to. You don't have to at all. Everything that you will need to know about what is happening behind the scenes, you will find out anyway. Okay, so I'll see you in your reading. Pile 1 or Blue Calcite Collective. Yeah, what is going on? What is going on behind the scenes? That's what I would like to know. There's a lot moving and shifting in the energy. There's this intuitive. It's more than intuition. It's a calling. There's an energy in the air of people's callings or their purpose being revealed to them in very big and obvious ways, and it is yanking them out of their current timeline, out of their current reality, whether that be a career, something long term that someone's been invested in, like a relationship, a career, a way of life, a lifestyle, a way of thinking. They're being absolutely yanked out of that and into a new timeline. And if you felt that overwhelming urge to do something different, be somewhere different, be someone different, do not ignore the call. you are on the boat, okay? You are on the boat, as I think a lot of people are. And I think I will do a reading as well for the people that aren't, because I don't know if everybody's being called to a higher timeline, to a, you know, what happens if you get left behind. I don't know. So, right, so for pile one, blue calcite, let's get some energy for what is happening behind the scenes. So we're going to look at what has been happening, first of all, in terms of what is your situation, what is your situation, pile one, and then we'll be looking at what is happening behind the scenes, and then what spirit needs you to know, or you know, to take the next step. Or does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So you're here because you picked the Suki Tarot or the blue calcite crystal. So we're going to look at kind of what you've been going through at the moment. Like, what is your current situation for pile one? What is the pile one's current situation here? Pile one's current situation in regard. Thank you, spirit. Pile one's current situation. Anything else? So pile one, your current situation, hopefully this should resonate for you if you were called to this reading. Yeah, you've got the Two of Swords and the Strength card. You've been trying to find the strength to make a decision. And I think this is a bit on the nose, really, because this is the whole point of the reading. But you've been trying to find the strength to make a decision, or to make a choice, or to follow a path without having all the information. That's the Two of Swords there. That is, you know, trying to hit the bullseye without knowing what's going to happen, not really understanding where the bullseye is, but having this feeling here, and this strength to follow your intuition. The moon is in the corner. This is an energy of moving by the night, moving in darkness, moving without being able to see properly. This is also an energy of intuition when we see the moon, and the, you know, traditional Two of Swords does also show the moon. So it's an energy here of moving through intuition here, but not having all the information, not being clear, feeling blocked from the information that you need to make an informed decision. But with the Strength card here, which is Leo energy, you are pushing through that energy. You do have Malika of Coins. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. I could be talking to a feminine, but I don't have to be. But ultimately, this could be a decision that you've been trying to make around your stability. This could be the home that you're living in, the job that you're living in. Maybe I'm talking to somebody who is married. But there's something about that Queen of Pentacles energy, which is pouring into your own pentacle life, your environment, knowing your worth, knowing your value. There's something about that energy of the Queen of Pentacles that you have been trying to make some kind of decision on, and trying to find the strength to do so. So I could be talking to a feminine, I could be talking to someone who's married, I could be talking to someone who is, you know, in some kind of comfort zone in regards to their career, or in regards to their finances, or in regards to their marriage. It's a little bit of a comfort zone. The Queen of Pentacles is very comfortable, but there's not really much outside of that. Okay. Tell me more here about the Queen of Pentacles if you can, Spirit. Also, you've got a few cards. I wouldn't usually take them all, but I really love this deck. You've got the Queen of Cups. Yeah, self-worth, self-value, something that makes you happy, following your dreams. That's the current situation that you're in now. You've got the Star card here as well, and the Six of Wands. Yeah, there's something about your stability where you want some kind of victory and success. You're being called to follow your North Star, or your North Node. I could be talking to somebody with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn North Node, or an Aquarius North Node, or even a Leo North Node, or Cancer. Take it as it resonates. But you are definitely trying to make a decision here, that is all about your happiness, that is rooted in your happiness and where you want to go. So yeah, that's who I'm talking to, and that's what you're going through at the moment. You've got the Seven of Swords there. This is something you may be keeping to yourself, okay, or you may be keeping quiet about at the moment. Yeah, Four of Swords, and there's a lot of contemplation about it as well. So let's get some energy for what is actually happening behind the scenes. So let me give the cards a shuffle. So for pile one collective, what is actually happening behind the scenes then? that they pile one can't see, or they're not aware of at the moment? What is actually happening here behind the scenes? What is happening behind the scenes here for the pile one collective? Four of coins. What is happening behind the scenes? Seven of wands. Three of coins. And the Knight of Wands. And the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so you've got, first of all, what is actually happening behind the scenes? The Four of Pentacles. Behind the scenes here, somebody is holding on to some kind of opportunity. It's holding on to or holding back. This is what you don't know. This is what you don't see. This is what is happening behind the scenes. Someone is holding on to information or some kind of opportunity or some kind of circumstance is being withheld from you, okay? You got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, the Seven of Wands here is an energy of boundaries, being defensive, holding your ground in some regards. This is what is happening behind the scenes. There is somebody here that is holding their ground, and that is the same energy with the Four of Pentacles. They're holding on to something really tightly. You also got the Three of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. I do feel like this is going to change. The Three of Pentacles is a connection, a collaboration, a relationship, and not romantic, but a relationship with another person. This could be a friendship, a colleague. Take it as it resonates. It could be that this person is working on or needs somebody to work with them on something. In this card, this Three of Coins, they are working. There are two hands, two people at least. Well, there's three hands, three arms. Yeah, from different people, I think. But at least three people are collaborating and working here. I do feel like in this instance, in this energy, there is somebody here that is holding on to something and possibly trying to make something happen on their own. I do feel like that will change with the Three of Pentacles. You've also got the Knight of Wands here, which is a passionate movement forward. This is Aries energy. This is proactive energy. This is creative energy. This is the energy of creativity and some kind of impulsive or passionate leap forward is made when somebody decides to work with somebody else, okay? So whether that is you or whether that is somebody that's attached to you, and that's what you can't see happening behind the scenes, that, take it as it resonates. But there is something that somebody is holding on to, possibly trying to work on their own, or it's an idea that they are trying to gatekeep, and not necessarily in a bad way, but it's an idea that they're holding on to. They're trying to gatekeep. Maybe they haven't shared it with people. We did see the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It could be something with the Seven of Pentacles that they've been thinking about investing in and working on for a period of time. And under that, you've got a King of Cups energy, okay? So this could be a caring person, somebody who is following their heart in regards to something they have invested in, okay? Following what matters to them emotionally, what makes them happy. We did see that Queen of Cups energy here on the table as well. Something about what they've invested in here. And you've got the Page of Swords as well. This is delayed communication. So, and then Eight of Wands, which is fast communication. I could just keep going. The Five of Pentacles was underneath that. So if this is a relationship for some of you, because we did have the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Cups here and the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. If this is a relationship, okay, this is somebody who you're in the same energy with. Could be someone you're married to, doesn't have to be. But it's somebody who you're both in the same energy, emotionally invested in a situation here. And what is going on outside of, behind the scenes, somebody is working on something, possibly working on how to pierce boundaries, how to share something with you. So yeah, things could definitely change quite quickly here with the King of Wands for you, Pile 1 collective. So let's get some energy here for what the collective in Pile 1 cannot see. Okay, what is happening behind the scenes? What is happening behind the scenes? So yeah, collective, you have definitely been trying to shift something for you in regards to a Queen of Pentacles situation. So home, relationship, worth, value, income, comfort. Yeah, any of those things you have been trying to shift, that is where you have been. And we'll take that. What perspective? So what is happening behind the scenes? Someone is gaining perspective on a situation. So I do feel like that's what this is, because there is a change here with the Three of Pentacles and the King of Wands. You know, I just have to say it again, I really love this deck. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna have to start using it more often, because I'm looking at the screen and it's absolutely mesmerizing. It's gorgeous. Maybe I'm just happy to see these cards because they look great. Some really good energy. What else is happening behind the scenes here for collective? One, trust, and one more for what is happening behind the scenes here for pile one collective. One more, please, Spirit, for what is happening behind the scenes. Healing. I love to see it. So we've got healing here, trust and perspective. Somebody is gaining some kind of perspective on some situation behind the scenes. Okay, they're trying to learn to trust. Okay, and not really trust you. It could be trusting you. Take it as it resonates, but really, I feel like it's learning to trust that they can ask for support, that they can rely on somebody else, that they can trust somebody else with their heart or their feelings, how they feel. They're healing something at the moment. They could be healing something in regards to you, but really what I'm hearing here with healing, what I'm hearing with healing is with Anchiron on the side here, is really an energy, that looks a bit phallic, doesn't it? That's the spirit quartz. I was going to use spirit quartz today. I've got a little spirit quartz. Yeah, looks like the one on the card. No, anyway, um with Chiron here, this is an energy if somebody is healing some kind of could be a childhood wound, some kind of wound, an emotional wound they're healing, and learning to trust again, and learning to trust their heart, to follow their heart. This could also be something that you're going through, because you're both mirroring with the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. That is mirroring energies, so you could both be going on this journey, but separately, possibly at this time. I did see the Five of Pentacles, so it could be no contact. Tell me more, Spirit, about what is happening here behind the scenes for pile one, and then we'll get some advice. Tell me more, Spirit, around what is happening behind the scenes here for pile one. What is actually happening behind the scenes? So pile one, what is happening behind the scenes? What is happening behind the scenes here for pile one? Yeah, some kind of firm foundation is being worked on. This is the root chakra energy. So this, again, this is pentacle energy. Strength in your resources, strength in your career, how you provide, your environment, your comfort, your home, what gives you comfort and stability. Tell me more about what's happening behind the scenes here. Sacrifice. This is the Hanged Man energy. So again, this is about perspective behind the scenes here. Somebody's trying to change their perspective in some way, see something from a different point of view. There's also some Four of Cups energy going on. Okay, somebody is possibly languishing in that energy, in a comfort zone. Again, is something. So there's if you are experiencing any delays, and I didn't see that here, but if you are experiencing any delays in this situation, ultimately it's because somebody is in this energy of the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups here, where they are protecting their energy, protecting this idea, protecting this thing, and with the Seven of Wands, definitely setting up some boundaries in regards to that. But they are trying to change their perspective while they're sitting this energy. What you cannot see, what is happening behind the scenes, is that they are trying to change that energy. Okay. Can we get, I saw the moon at the bottom of the deck then with shadow. Can you give the pile one collective some advice here, please, Spirit? Some advice on what is coming next and what they need to know. Actually, let me use the Suki Tarot, because I love it. It's great. Let me know in the comments if you love this deck, because I think it's amazing. Some advice, please, Spirit, for the collective, card one collective, on what is happening behind the scenes and what they need to know for what's happening next. What do they need to know for what is happening next? What does pile one collective need to know for what's happening next? Ace of Swords. So this is clarity. Somebody is coming into clarity, and there could also be some honest communication with you, but definitely some clarity if you're feeling confused at this time. Tell me more about what is coming next and what the collective needs to know about what is coming next here. The Nine of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment. Okay, this communication is going to make you very happy. What they have to say is going to make you very happy. It may shift things with you in regards to your resources, or in regards to your relationship status, or in regards to your career, your finances, your emotions. But it's also followed with the Nine of Swords there as well. So this is something that it will make you happy, but it might kind of put your head in a spin, and it might kind of knock you a little bit, knock you for six, surprise you maybe. It will throw you into some kind of stress and doubt and overthinking. And if this is not you, this is them. But I feel like it's because it's different. I feel like it's because you probably didn't expect it. Because the energy that you've been sitting in is that with the Two of Swords that we saw under there, is that you haven't been able to see anything of what has been going on. And then suddenly there's clarity that comes through. There's some kind of honest communication that comes through that makes you happy, because you have heard from this person, this opportunity, this job. You've heard from them, but immediately puts you in some kind of Nine of Swords situation where there's doubt or there's overthinking. Tell me more about what is coming here, what they need to know about what is coming here from what is happening behind the scenes. Is there anything else that Pile 1 Collective need to know about what is happening behind the scenes? Advice or what they need to know about the next steps. The Lovers in the reverse. So it came out in the reverse. This is an energy of either not making a decision or something not being in alignment. A disconnection as well. Tell me more about what they need to know about what's coming next. The Three of Cups. There will be a reconciliation. Tell me more about what is coming next for Pile 1 Collective that you would like them to know. And the Moon card there. Yeah, you don't see it coming. Could be dealing with a Pisces energy. That the Moon and the Hanged Man is here. And the Hierophant is here. Why is the Hierophant here? The Four of Swords. Yeah. So I do feel there's something about this connection that there is going to be a reconciliation. I feel like I'm really talking to people that are in disconnection with somebody with with the Lovers reversed, where something hasn't come together. There's no alignment there, and maybe that is something for future energy. Maybe you won't come together. Maybe there won't be some kind of alignment, but there will be some kind of conversation here. It could be in a social event, possibly, where you see this person with the Moon card. You could bump into them. You may not see it coming. You've also got the Hierophant and the Four of Swords here. I do feel like this is an energy of peace, and kind of just having the knowledge that you needed to have, that having the knowledge from this person, this situation, this job, this career. It kind of puts you in some kind of energy of relaxation or peace. Okay, having that higher knowledge, knowing what this was all for. This is also kind of ascending in your spiritual energies here with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is an energy of someone who has done it, studies, spiritual studies, and has elevated their higher self, their spiritual consciousness. They're also an educator. So this I could, and also, if I'm not talking about somebody who is an educator directly, or who has ascended spiritual, or different levels to spirituality, then I could be talking to somebody who this is a career, and the Hierophant is also an institution. So it could be around career, or it's an institution. It could be a hospital. It could be a bank. But with the Four of Swords, this is some kind of resting period. Okay, this is some kind of thinking period, some peace. So I feel like there's something here about a connection that possibly that you're in disconnection with, or a job that you haven't heard from, a change of career that you're not currently in alignment with, where for some of you that could change. For others of you, this is something that could play out in a social situation if it is with another person directly. And with the moon card, either way, it's something that you don't see, but it is something that you feel. We have the Queen of Cups under the deck. We have the moon card here. I'm talking to someone who's very intuitive with the moon card, with the Hierophant. And with the Four of Swords, I feel like because you feel this, because you know this, it's kind of just like it brings some kind of peace and understanding to why something didn't work out, why you're not in alignment with something, why someone didn't make a decision, why you couldn't make a decision. There's something there around the knowledge that is brought to you, or the knowledge that is revealed either through a third party, a social situation, or just through your own knowing, that brings you some kind of peace and respite here. Okay, tell me, let's get a angel message for you, angel oracle message. So for what is happening behind the scenes, Spirit, do you have any angel oracle messages for pile 1 for what is happening behind the scenes? Any angel oracle messages here for pile 1 for what is happening behind the scenes? For pile 1. Cleanse. So your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. So, you know, one of the first cards out was the Queen of Pentacles, then it was followed by the Queen of Cups. This is both your physical body and also your emotional body, your spirit, your emotional self. Spirit may be asking you to, in order to bring some kind of peace or help some kind of peace, you also need to cleanse. You may want to take a sea salt bath, or you may want to do some saging or meditations to try and clear your energy. Maybe that will help you see things clearly as well. Okay, collective. So collective, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that resonated with you, pile 1. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense to you, if that is your situation, and I will see you in the next one. Hi, pile 2 collective. You're here because you connected with this lovely good tarot deck, or with this lovely clear quartz crystal. Okay, so we're going to get into what is happening behind the scenes for you. Now, I felt inspired to do this message because you may have felt in the energy or just seen in your social media timelines that there's a big shift that is going on at the moment with a lot of people, with probably everybody in the world. Whether they choose to tune into it or not, that's a different story. But there's like there's a massive expansion and a massive change to kind of make dramatic shifts. Okay, this could be changing careers, this could be changing location in terms of where you live, this could be leaving something that you've invested in long term, whether that be a career, a marriage, a relationship, a lifestyle. We're being encouraged to shift that, and they're calling it, I'm not an expert, but they're calling it timeline jumping. Okay, quantum leaping. I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know anything about that, but I have to say I have been feeling this energy myself. So you're here because you've also been feeling this energy. Maybe you've been living through it, maybe you've been ignoring it, I don't know. But we're going to find out, first of all, with some tarot, with your deck here, what is your current situation, the current situation that you're in. And then we're going to look at what is happening behind the scenes. Okay, what can you not see? What, and then what can Spirit tell you about the next steps, what you need to know? Okay, so we're going to look at that here. If I can hold this deck, it's massive. So we're going to do what, for pile 2 collective, what is happening at the moment? What is their current situation? Pile, there we go, we'll take that one. 7 of Pentacles. This current situation, you may have been waiting on something, investing in something, really building, trying to build something. It could have been taken a while. It could be something that has long-term repercussions. You've got the Queen of Wands. This is an energy of confidence, hardworking person, somebody who's very dynamic, okay? Knows how to get things done. This could be a business owner. This could be somebody who has stepped into their creative energy. But this is somebody who has been possibly for a while really investing in something that is probably creative. It could be something something to do with speaking or public energy. I'm getting with the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who is socially a social butterfly. Okay, tell me more about the pile 2 collective here and their current situation. The Three of Swords. So this is somebody that is really disappointed here, or really they've gone through some kind of betrayal or heartbreak. Okay, so with the Three of Wands here and the Seven of Pentacles, it's really giving an energy of possibly something that you've been invested in possibly for a while, but definitely investing significant time in has brought you some kind of heartbreak. You feel betrayed by it. Maybe you feel betrayed by if it's the person that you've invested in. I don't feel like you're giving up though. The Queen of Fire has this light just at her heart chakra here, or is it a sacral chakra? But she's got some kind of light here that a small, it's not a small fire, it's quite a significant fire there that is still burning here. So tell me more about the current situation for pile 2 collective, what is happening behind the scenes. What is their current situation? Ace of Cups. Okay, so it could be that you've decided to walk away from this person okay, it could be a person for some people, but this person or situation that you have invested in, or the one that you've been waiting for. Tell me more about this current situation here. 2 more. We've got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this is something that has really either zapped your energy, it's left you in some kind of financial hardship. It could be that you've decided to remove yourself, or you definitely have decided to remove yourself from the situation, despite how much you've invested in something. But it's an energy here of somebody feeling like they're going through some kind of hardships in regards to leaving something. Give me one more, please, Spirit, around this current situation here for pile 2 and the Three of Wands. Yeah, you are looking and exploring new horizons, okay? Looking to kind of make your mark elsewhere. The Three of Wands is the energy of manifestations, okay? It's also an energy of waiting. It's also an energy of anticipation as well. Okay, so with the Queen of Wands here, I feel like this is an anomaly. This is like, it's giving the energy in spite of the disappointment, the betrayal, or the heartbreak, despite how it's making me feel. Maybe it's a strain on my resources. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm heartbroken, feeling betrayed. Despite that, you are choosing to move on, to look forward. It's quite an optimistic energy. It's also an energy of planning. You're planning regardless of what's happened. You are planning. With the Queen of Wands, like I said, there's this fire that is still burning. Despite how you're feeling, you're choosing not to give up. Okay. The Three of Wands is also an energy of travel, so this could literally mean a physical move, okay, or traveling towards something or somewhere. Yeah, and you're looking for something that brings you much more happiness, much more abundance, and much more bliss. 10 of Cups here, 8 of Cups here. You are literally leaving something that you've spent or invested a significant amount of time, energy, resources in, and you are moving on to something that will make you happy, because you know that this situation hasn't yielded anything. And with the Seven of Cups there, you will open up your options here, and the Fool card, you start a new journey. So this is the current, like, your current situation. So we're going to look at what is happening behind the scenes, if we can get some context around that. So what can pile 2 not see at the moment? What is going on behind the scenes for pile 2? So this lovely deck, the Good Tarot, I haven't used it in a good while. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Might use it more often. So some context here, please, Spirit, around pile 2 and what is going on behind the scenes. Some context here for what is going on behind the scenes. Or I'm going to take that perseverance and intention. I feel like intention is there with the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands, that active energy, that kind of heart chakra. You see that heart chakra? I did say that. Is it the heart chakra? Is it the sacral chakra? It's definitely lighting something up within you. Queen of Wands energy, man or woman, doesn't have to be either or, but the energy is the Queen of Wands. And yes, a lot of intention I can feel here, a lot of motivation despite what's gone on or what hasn't gone on in the Seven of Pentacles case. Perseverance, again, it's that Eight of Cups to the Ten of Cups energy that we saw here at the bottom of the deck. It's despite the fact that we feel betrayed or we're hurt or we're disappointed or heartbroken, we're persevering. Three of Wands, we're planning, we are manifesting again, we are trying to pull back and come back from a period of desolation, a period of lack, a period of where we had very little to start with. It's the energy of leaving a situation behind, the way that you live, a relationship, a career, a job. You're leaving something significant behind, and it's an energy of starting from scratch or feeling like you don't have the resources that you ultimately, you've left your resources behind, and you're starting from scratch somewhere else with something else, or for something else, I should say. Tell me more about this context here for pile 2, for what is happening behind the scenes. Resolve, and I feel like it's going to resolve something in you. You are going to resolve this Five of Pentacles situation. That is what is happening behind the scenes. I feel like you're being I feel like what's happening behind the scenes is happening within you, within this Queen of Wands energy. It's the manifestation that you've set in place, the intention that you've set in place. What is happening behind the scenes is the Queen of Wands energy, that going after what you want here, manifesting what you want, looking ahead. That is what is going to resolve this situation for you. And at the bottom of the deck, you've got consciousness. So third eye chakra. So yeah, you see the bigger picture. There's a clarity that you have now around your situation. It's almost, I can stay where I am or I can move forward. And the quicker that I move forward, the quicker that I can get my manifestations. That's the energy that I'm getting here. So tell me more, Spirit, about what is happening behind the scenes here. That pile 2 collective are not aware of, what they don't see, what is happening behind the scenes. So yeah, this could be anything. It's not really specific to what area of life, okay? So this could be different for different people. But what is clear, what we do know because of the reading and the intention that I set, is that this is a shift, something that is going to shift you considerably, okay? So whether that's shifting your mindset, yeah, Four of Wands there. You are on the road to some kind of new foundation, some new home, some new achievement. So could be some kind of mindset. It could be a career, a relationship, something that you've done the same for a lifetime. Somewhere where that you're in a comfort zone. Spirit is asking you to step outside of that. So it could be anything and anywhere. So tell me more about the context here for what pile 2, what's happening behind the scenes for pile 2. More for the context here. What is happening behind the scenes for pile 2. The base chakra. So this is the root chakra, okay? This is stability. This is feeling strong, feeling safe, feeling secure. I feel like this move that you are deciding to make here, or this change that you're deciding to make, it's to reestablish some kind of stability and security. There's something about what you've been invested in that isn't providing you with that security, and you're needing to balance that out again. Tell me more about the context here for pile 2, for what is happening behind the scenes. I feel like that's something Spirit is helping you with as well. Tell me more about the base chakra. You may resonate with doing root chakra meditations and listening to sound bowls that stimulate root chakra healing. Tell me more for pile 2, what is happening behind the scenes here. The Two of Wands, yeah, so the waiting game. So you've made plans here. You have made plans, okay, and and it's only a matter of time here. You can see in this particular picture there's a tree that is growing from your plans, okay, and there's very little sand remaining, okay. It's only a matter of time here. Perseverance, okay, perseverance, stability, that security, that feeling that you've been trying to manifest in this past situation, that will come to you. The tree represents life, it represents stability as well, strength. You also had the crown chakra that came out as a challenge. For the crown chakra, I mean, in this deck there are 7 chakra cards. Look how many cards are there, and you've got 2 of them, number 1 and number 7, so that could mean something. But the crown chakra is located at the crown of your head, and it's all about your higher knowledge, being connected to your higher self, being connected to the divine, to the universe, receiving messages and clarity. So you've also had at the bottom of this deck about the third eye chakra, okay. So there's something about your chakras here that are really key to your expansion, to your plan, whatever it is you're planning for. There's something about your chakras here that spirit is trying to um, heal or light up or something like that. Um, Tell me more about this. What they can, the universe. So that's the world card. So yeah, this is amazing. So there's something here, and it could involve your chakras, or at least 3 of them: base, crown, and third eye. That that is really helping align you to some kind of new beginning, some kind of accomplishment, some kind of um, end of a cycle is what the world card is, the universe card. It's the end of a cycle, but the beginning of a new one. So you are on the right path. If I'm talking, I could be talking to somebody who had a choice as to whether to stay with what they've been invested in, or take a risk or take a chance towards some new manifestation, making some tweaks or some changes, taking a risk. um, it will pay off here with the world card. I could be talking to somebody who has been guided to step away from something that has taken too long, or they've invested too much in with very little reward. Tell me more about what's happening behind the scenes here for pile 2. That is a lot, but it's only 2. Felt like more. Oh, so you got the harmony card, which is the lovers card, and the temptation card, which is the devil card. Now, both of them is an energy of attachment. One is more balanced, and one is a little bit more um negative in nature. They came out together. So this is, and look at the picture. This is somebody who's really trying to um move towards the light there. I didn't want to sound cliche, but they are trying to move towards the light, and their old instincts here, or their old temptations, their old attachments are keeping them, it's making it difficult for them. But this key on the wall, it's lit up, okay, and I'm talking to somebody who knows that they have the key um to their fulfillment, their 10 of cups situation, and that they have made the right decision to step away from something. But naturally fear comes in, attachments, okay, come in, temptation to step back into old patterns, old cycles, old mindsets, old relationships, old jobs, old careers. It's a comfort zone. No matter how bad it was a comfort zone. It's the zone that you were that. So I feel like I'm talking to somebody who's really trying to fight, and they're trying to fight the urge to be stable, to stay with something that is tangible and that is measurable, as opposed to leading with their intuition, with the downloads or the dreams that spirit is sending them. That is ultimately the pull. What spirit is sending you, the information that spirit is sending you, what is happening behind the scenes, is that you, even if you can't see it now, which you probably can't because it's happening behind the scenes, you are being aligned with a new type of attachment, a new healthy relationship, or a new healthy connection, or a new healthy community, or a new healthy mindset, lifestyle, something that is more aligned to who you are becoming, with the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands. And I feel like the waiting game is here because there's still a transition that needs to take place, and for everybody that could be a little bit different. But with the Queen of Wands, I feel like you have all the tools to make that decision and to take that step forward. But there is an energy here where you are feeling challenged by old behaviors and habits and temptations and people and friends or whatever it is for you that is keeping you stuck with the temptation card, because it's comfortable, because it's safe, because it's predictable with the base chakra. But you need to step more into this crown chakra energy. You'll be able to hear messages and guidance from spirit, or maybe you'll have dreams, maybe you'll feel it as a gut feeling, but you'll know that you are, even if you don't see it, you are being aligned with something higher, with something greater, with the Lovers card there. Yeah, and then at the bottom of the deck you've got mental conflict. You're in a Two of Swords situation here. Mental conflict, you don't see what's coming, you may be overthinking. There's a decision that needs to be made here with mental conflict, but you do get some clarity. The Ace of Swords, you literally got the Ace of Swords and the Two of Swords, but you will get some mental clarity, some triumphant success. Okay, yeah, don't lie to yourself. Okay, I could be talking to someone who does get the downloads, who does get the dreams, who does have a gut feeling, who can feel their intuition, but they're lying to themselves. They're talking themselves out of it. They're saying that can't be right, that can't be true. I only know what I can see, what I can touch, what I can taste, what I can feel, and that's this job, that's this salary. Even if it's, you know, something that it's not enough. It's not enough salary, or it's not enough. This relationship's not enough, or this lifestyle's killing me. Whatever it is, because you know it, it feels safer. But you have all the tools. I know that the Magician's not here, but the Queen of Wands is, and she can get things done. Okay, she gets things done. So you have every. You are in the energy of pursuing and also attracting the right opportunities to you. Tell me more. Tell me about more about this energy here for what is happening behind the scenes with Pile 2 very quickly before we get some advice. Anything else for transformation? So it did come out. It kind of hit my nail, but you're going through some kind of transformation in this situation or this cycle, this whatever it is for you. You are transforming. It did kind of come out as a challenge on its side, so there is work to be done here. This reading could just be confirmation that you need to make that decision, take that leap of faith. Tell me more here about Pile 2 and what is happening behind the scenes. Leadership. So I could be talking to somebody who's being called to step into some kind of leadership role, or some kind of role where they are even leading yourself, leading others. Okay, tell me. Oh, that flew out. Yeah, and there's a period here of stand still. Okay, so if you're feeling like you're not doing anything, not going anywhere, this is an energy that spirit puts you into, that energy of stillness, stasis. Things are not happening, things are not moving, and that's so you can get some kind of perspective. It can also be because you're going through some kind of transformation, and that in itself takes a lot of physical energy, not just spiritual energy. And at the bottom of the deck you've got diligence and security. You are protected here with security. Spirit is looking after you. Trust your. I don't see any cards of intuition, but with the crown chakra and the third eye chakra that was on the other card, I know that you know that this reading is for you. I know that this is confirmation for what you've already been feeling. Spirit is asking you to also be diligent at this time. That could be in regards to some kind of security or finances, but also diligence and pay attention to the signs that you are getting, all the dreams that you are getting. So can we just get some advice here for Pile 2, for what they need to know about what's happening next? What do they need to know about what is happening next? And some advice for Pile 2. What do they need to know about what's happening next? What is Queen of Cups, and it kind of came out reversed as an obstacle. But the Queen of Cups is somebody who is very emotionally stable, somebody who follows their heart, pours into other people, very much leads with their heart, very nurturing. But it came out as a challenge as well. So this could be something that you're struggling with. Okay, maybe teetering between doing what's best for you and people pleasing, because in the reverse, the Queen of Cups is a people pleasing energy. She can also be selfish, so take it as it resonates, because the Queen of Wands as well in her shadow energy is selfish, so that could be an element. Take it as it resonates, not accusing anyone of anything. Tell me about what's coming next here and the advice for the collective, pile 2. 10 of Wands, yeah. What is coming next is you're going to be able to put down some kind of responsibility or burden, something that's been weighing on you. You're going to be able to burn it away. And I feel like and again, that fire energy, I could be talking to an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius individual, a Gemini as well, or a Capricorn, or a fixed sign, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, or Leo. But strongly, I'm just getting a lot of fire here. So if I'm not talking to a fire placement, I could be talking to somebody who's just in a very dynamic and magnetic energy. Could also be talking to a Cancer placement as well. But you're going to be able to burn away some of these responsibilities or burdens, okay? Things that have been throwing you out of whack emotionally, things that have prevented you from making decisions that are best for you. Tell me more about what they need to know behind what's coming from behind the scenes, what they need to know about that. What do they need to know about what's coming next? 4 of Wands, stability here, more fire. This is accomplishment as well. Stability, celebration, kind of crossing some kind of finish line in some kind of regard. Tell me more about what they need to know, what collective 2 need to know, pole 2 need to know. The Page of Fire, more fire. So happy news, good communication, and being adventurous, being taking a risk, okay, exploring, just putting yourself out there. The Page of Wands is the Page of Fire. It's also, like I said, the energy of really good communication. What is the advice here for pile 2? For what's happening behind the scenes? What's the advice? Page of Water. The advice is listen to your intuition. Okay, I could be talking to someone with fire sign and water sign placements predominantly. But listen to your intuition, okay? Those little intuitive nudges, those page of cups, those synchronicities. I feel like I'm talking to someone who may be coming across a lot of synchronicities as opposed to dreams. It's more signs and synchronicities. It's more that intuitive nudge, okay? That gut feeling. That's who I'm talking to. Tell me more about the advice here. The 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you are abundant. You have the ability to reap, to make things happen, and to be able to be in a position where you are reaping the rewards of all pentacles that you have planted, okay? This is somebody who is confident, who is abundant, who has built their success and their wealth from sheer hard work. So if I'm talking to the pile 2 collective that has put in some hard work, whether it's or has perfected some kind of skill or craftsmanship, or has just been working hard on a project, something like that, something in particular, you will reap the benefits of that, okay? Trust your intuition, okay? At the bottom of the deck, you've got the Ace of Wands and the High Priestess. There she is, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so you know that if you take action here with the Ace of Wands, you know, Ace of Cups, that you are going to, something is going to make you very happy. You are going to be starting or initiating something that's going to be very fulfilling for you emotionally. So take it as it resonates. I am going to leave it there, pile 2 collective, because I feel like we've gone over time, but I've really enjoyed that. Like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if this is your reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Hi, pile 3 collective. Welcome to your part of the reading. You're here because you resonated with this lovely fairy tarot deck, or with this lovely dream amethyst, okay? Because it looks dreamy. So I'm going to pop that to one side, and we'll start with your reading shortly. But I felt an urge. I felt called to do this reading because there's a lot going on in the collective at the moment. A lot of things shifting and moving, and not little shifts, big shifts, life-changing shifts, life altering shifts, okay? And the collective, who it resonates with. Some people, ignore the call, don't follow the call, but this call to purpose, or this call to major change, it can be in any area that you would consider, or would say, either a comfort zone or something that you've outgrown. So whether that is a relationship, a career, a mindset, or a lifestyle, a location, a home, a house, a country, you know, whatever it is for you. If you felt called to shift and to make some dramatic changes, you know, you are the right person that I'm connecting with. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, these are big changes, life altering changes. So we're going to look at what is happening behind the scenes here. Okay, there's a lot of it that the collective are doing by intuition only, you know, through the lovely tarot readers out there that are assisting, or other spiritualist psychics that are assisting as well. But a lot of it is happening by the night, okay, by the moon energy, and a lot of it we can't see. So we're going to look at today what is happening behind the scenes. But first of all, we're going to look at your current situation, so you'll know if this sounds like it's for you. Then we'll look at what's happening behind the scenes, and then we'll look at what is happening next, and what advice can Spirit give you in regards to that. So for the Pile 3 Collective, what is happening in their current situation? What is their current situation at the moment in regards to this? The Four of Wands, so stability, celebration here. A contented personal life. This could be something around the home that feels very stable, very comfortable, very contented, very beautiful. I'm hearing. Tell me more for the collective here, what this is about. You've got the Two of Wands. So this is a bright future, okay? Hard work, creativity, that leading to a bright future. It's also an energy of partnering with other people who share the same dreams, the same goals. This is movement. This is a decision to take a different path, okay? Or contemplating a different path. Tell me more here. Four of Winter. So this is the Four of Swords. This is contemplation. This is thinking about things, trying to solutionize, trying to there could be a decision that you need to make. We do have that here with the Two of Wands around, you know, I'm talking to someone who's at some kind of crossroads in regards to something. Spirit is saying that you may also need some rest or some sleep or a vacation, a holiday away in order to help make this decision, okay? Or I could be talking to someone who's really tired at the moment, who just really desires a vacation, or some kind of break. Tell me more about the current situation here for Pile 3. Tell me more about the current situation. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't usually take all of these, but I don't feel like that was a mistake. So the Empress in the reverse, the Justice card, three of Spring, and I'm just going to take the High Priestess here as a bonus here. So your current situation, you may be feeling taken for granted here with the Empress card sitting under the Four of Wands. You could be feeling taken for granted within a home situation or some kind of family situation, or within a relationship of some kind. Or if it's not a relationship or a home situation, it's something in your life where there is happiness, there is stability, there's comfort, and there's contentment. It's just bobbing along quite nicely. But you're feeling like you've outgrown that situation. Okay, nothing has happened particularly. You know, if it's a job, you get on with the people you work with. You may even like the people that you work with. If it's if it's a career, it's something that you have been in for a very long time, and you know it pays the bills, and it's peaceful, it's contented. Okay, you're contented. But with the Empress in the reverse, this is an energy of something that you may have outgrown, something that you're create that is suppressing your creativity in some regards. Okay. Or it could be suppressing your capacity to expand. Okay, so whether that's expand in a job, a career, a mindset, a lifestyle, whatever it is for you, there's something about this situation that is so just comfortable that it's actually suppressing your ability to expand. You've got the Justice card here, which is take time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decision. So you got that decision thing coming up again. So I could be talking to someone that knows this about themselves. There's something where they don't feel, it's like an itch that they can't scratch here with the Empress reversed. And the Four of Wands. But with Justice sitting under the Two of Spring or the Two of Wands, it's almost like I feel like I'm at a crossroads. I need to make a choice. I need to do something differently. I need to take a different path. But it's almost like why upset the chicken coop? You know, I don't know if that's a saying. I just made that up, but why upset the chicken coop when things are stable, things are okay, things are tickety boo, like ticking along quite nicely. You've got the Three of Wands here, which is a about planning, it's about travel, it's about manifestation. It's looking at the long term of things, how things look, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 years down the road. Um, there could be an opportunity that you are afraid of missing. It does say have patience, there are more good things to come. Or it could be that you just, it's not a particular opportunity, but a feeling like you're missing out on something, or you're not fulfilled in some way, or there's more you want to do. Maybe you want to travel, okay? Maybe you want to I don't know, go to a different country, move to a different location, okay? Or just change jobs, or whatever it is for you. But there's something here where with the Justice card, you know that it's time. You know that you are owed a little bit more, okay? And don't feel ungrateful for feeling like you are owed more or that you want more. It's not an energy of not being grateful for what you have and the fact that you're comfortable and you're, you know, you may be financially secure, or you've got a very secure family unit, or you have great support, great friends, whatever it is. That doesn't mean that you can't want more, or you can't, just because everything's great in your environment, it doesn't mean that you are not entitled to some kind of to more, to expanding. Of course you are. You've got the High Priestess here as a little bit of a bonus, Pisces energy. I do feel like I'm talking to someone who is has felt this nudge for a while. Maybe you've been dreaming about it. I could be talking to a somebody who works in the esoterics, or, you know, messes with the esoterics. Obviously, you are here at this reading, but this is somebody who has intuitively known that this itch that they can't scratch, or haven't, or they've decided not to scratch yet. They know that it's been there. They know that there's something missing. It says careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. So you've got meditation here, and rest and a vacation energy here, okay? And this is an energy spirit saying you may find the answers here. You may find the justice, the karma, the balance that you are yearning for when you take some time to think about this. Now, when we talk about meditation, you know, we're talking about there are guided meditations, of course, but we are talking about being in environments, or listening to kind of music or meditations or soundtracks that allow us to not be stimulated or distracted from the things within our environment. This is time alone. This is going for a long walk. This is closing your eyes and focusing inwardly, okay? So there's some kind of inner reflection that needs to happen, that can actually help you find some justice in this path, this decision that you need to make, okay? So very interesting. Can we get some energy here, please, Spirit, around this, what is happening here behind the scenes? Can we get some more can we get some context here around what's now happening behind the scenes? So that is that behind the scenes, that is the High Priestess energy. It's what we can't see, but we can feel, right? That's the compulsion to make a certain choice, or to go a certain route, to pick a certain path. Tell me here what is happening behind the scenes, Spirit. Transition. Yeah, you're in some kind of transition at the moment, and that's why it feels a bit weird. It does have the moon card at the moon at the side of the card there. It also has calcite at the side of the card. So for this deck we had amethyst, but for the very first deck, for pile one, which that was a calcite, I think that was a blue calcite. So yeah, there's something here that you're in transition with, and that possibly is why there is not a lot of clarity right now. So I've just had to just mess with the light a bit, because it's super bright. It's a bit too bright. Sorry, guys. Let me just adjust. So I don't know why on the very last card I decided to adjust the light. That suppose it really matters now. Last pile, but yeah, transition. You're in some kind of transition here, okay? And that's why there's an itch that you can't scratch, okay? So tell me more about the context here around what is happening behind the scenes. I would say lean into that transition, okay? This is confirmation for you that you're not crazy. There is something that Spirit is pulling you towards, or leaning you towards. Tell me more about the context here of what is happening behind the scenes. Tell me more about what is happening behind the scenes. Or pile three. discipline. So there's discipline that needs to be learned here. So spirit, there could be a specific part of this that spirit is trying to teach you some discipline, to have some discipline in what it is, whatever it is you're doing or want to do. Maybe it's a specific discipline. Maybe you want to go back to school or to college, or be in some kind of learning, but there's discipline that is required here in order to aid some kind of transition. Okay, it's the energy of committing to it and sticking with it. There's perspective here and curiosity. Spirit is asking you to kind of expand your perspective. It's a third eye energy. We do have Neptune here, which is an energy of imagination, of dreaming, of thinking big, of thinking of the impossible, and just dreaming big. And then you've got Jupiter here with curiosity. Now, Jupiter has just moved into Cancer. It's been in Gemini for a year. So that could resonate with somebody if they are a Jupiter in Cancer placement, or wherever you have Jupiter in your houses, that could be relevant. So definitely go and check out your birth chart. But there's something here about you needing to get creative in order to expand your perspective and your mindset. Don't limit yourself. The Empress here is somebody who is naturally in a natural energy, upright. She is abundant and she is creative. In the reverse, this is somebody who is limited, okay, or feels limited, not imagining the highest timeline, all the things they could do, their best life, this is somebody who is not in that energy. One more for what is happening behind the scenes here for pile 3. Healing. So you're needing to heal something, okay, in order, and that will help you kind of move forward into this new energy. But I also feel like in making some kind of decision to step into something, that will heal that feeling of something being missing. There may be something where you need to heal your creativity, you need to heal this Empress energy. I could be talking to someone who used to be a creative and now you do less of that now. I could be talking to somebody who used to be, I don't know, with the Empress, it can be somebody like a homemaker or a mother figure, okay? Somebody that had that raised their kids and now their kids are all leaving home or left home. This is now somebody who feels like they've lost some kind of purpose. They've lost their identity maybe. But there's some healing that is going to take place here through stepping into this is very phallic. I always this I just realized this card came out for another pile. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember saying it was phallic. And I've got a spirit quartz as well. So yeah, it's also very phallic. I just thought I might point that out. Could resonate for someone. Yeah, but there is definitely some healing that will happen through this transition. Okay, that is what this is about. This first step is all about healing what has been lost here, or what you feel you have lost. Okay, so tell me more, Spirit, about the context here for pile 3. Tell me more about the context for pile 3, for what is happening behind the scenes. What is the context here for pile 3 for what is happening behind the scenes? What is happening behind the scenes? Yeah, so that came out again. I'm pretty sure that came out in the beginning, like it flipped around. No, was that not you? Was that the last one? I don't know. It doesn't matter. 4 of Wands, you got it twice. The 4 of Wands, the 4 of Wands. Yeah. What is happening behind the scenes? A new type of stability and home and foundation and achievement is being set up for you. There's just as much stability, if not more, with what is being set up for you. You've got the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is all about, in this case, it's about positive movement forward, okay? Hard work or progression or moving forward. At sea, this person is at sea. This person is in the open water, sailing on their own. This may be how you feel. This is like not a traditional take on the 8 of Pentacles, but with the picture, that is what is there. There is positive progression forward, and that's because you are working on something here, or spirit's working on something at least, because this is what's happening behind the scenes. So spirit is trying to propel you forward behind the scenes here. If you feel like you're in open water, if you feel like you are alone, Spirit is saying you're not. Okay, behind the scenes they are working with you as well. Tell me more about the context here for what is happening behind the scenes with pile 3. Tell me more about what's happening behind the scenes. Intuition kind of came out crossing, but intuition is the high priestess. Is it? Yes, the high priestess. So that's here twice. So I could be talking to a Pisces placement. I don't have to be. But that is there's something very strong about the fact that you know that you are not on your own at the moment. Um, you could have a specific spirit team that are your immediate family, okay, that are helping and support you behind the scenes, okay. So if you've had up to 3 very close loved ones who have passed on, possibly they could be helping you behind the scenes. You may feel them helping you as well. You may know they may be sending you signs in your dreams. You may be dreaming about them. Power could be talking to a Leo placement, but ultimately you are trying to find the inner strength in order to trust your intuition at this time, okay, to lean into it. So spirit is sending you power, okay, so you'll be able to step into that intuition, step into the faith that is needed for you to ignite something here. Could be definitely something to do with your creativity, or just taking a leap forward into something that you're passionate about. But behind the scenes here, spirit is definitely sending you signs through your dreams, your intuition, to give you the strength to move forward, to give you the strength and to provide you with the trust that is necessary for you to move forward. Anything else here for what is happening behind the scenes for pile 3? Transformation. So is that here twice? We had transition. So transformation, very similar energies in it, but it's the death card. Something is ending and something is starting. This is a renewal or a rebirth. I feel like it's the rebirth of you here, and that is what is happening behind the scenes. We got that with transition, we got that with healing. Okay, something within you is going through some kind of transition and transformation. Tell me more about pile 3 here, for what is happening behind the scenes. Fulfillment of wishes. So 9 of Cups. So wish fulfillment. Okay, the thing that you're working on, or you're being called to work on, or the decision you're being called to make, okay, spirit is actively working on that behind the scenes. They are working on your wish fulfillment. This is your confirmation that you can trust in the signs and the dreams that they've been sending you, because they are working. They're not, while you're dreaming and making moves, they are not being idle. They are working on your fulfillment of wishes, the blessings, the manifestations that you've been praying on, the wishes that you've and the things that you've set in motion. Tell me one more, please, Spirit, for what is happening behind the scenes for pile 3. Discontentment and boredom. So Spirit is trying to send you some healing here, in your time of apathy, in your time of not feeling like things are going your way, or where you're not fulfilled, okay. They are sending you messages in this time, okay, so don't reject them, okay, don't overlook them with discontentment and boredom. You've got the crown chakra at the bottom of the deck. They are definitely sending you messages. I can't get that, and it's messages to let you know that you are in alignment with this decision that you need to make. You've got the Devil card and the 6 of Cups there, which is both energies of, one's an energy of negative attachments, past energy, bad habits, things that keep us stuck, and the other one is a new alignment, a new connection, a new attachment, okay. And solar plexus chakra, that is the chakra, that is our life force energy, that is the life energy that tells us to get up and go and to do something. And spirit is telling you that there's something that is in your orbit at the moment, possibly, that you know that you want to do. Spirit is saying that you're in alignment with it. If it's your wish fulfillment, don't doubt yourself. Spirit is saying this is here for you. So what is happening behind the scenes? You're transforming into your wish, okay? You're transforming into your fulfillment. And this is happening at a time where you are Empress reversed and discontentment and boredom, you are in an energy of stagnancy. You're in an energy of stillness. You're in an energy of apathy, or feeling like you're not fulfilled in some way. Okay, so take that as it resonates. Let's get some energy here for, remove that, for the advice here. Give me some advice for Pile 3 Collective, for what is coming, what they need to know about what is coming. Some advice here for Pile 3 for what is coming, what they need to know about what is coming. The World card, so the World card is here. Is it here twice? No, it's not. The World card, it's just here with that is Jupiterian energy as well. So we've got that Jupiter coming through. This is a success. This is a new cycle. This is also freedom and liberation into something new. It's a new journey, an old cycle, an old life, an old attachment is now done with, complete. Okay, and that this is what will happen once you step into that transformation and that transition of your energy, and you'll be starting something new. Okay, this is a level up, an accomplishment. You've also got the King of Winter, which is the King of Swords. This is somebody who is able to detach and make very balanced and logical decisions. It could be that justice energy that we saw earlier, but this is also an energy of this could have something to do with the law or some legal thing for somebody. It doesn't have to be, but with the King of Swords and the Justice card, it could be. It does say to get advice from someone professional and objective. This could also mean public speaking, and it can also be about unemotional relationships or unemotional connections to things as well. You do have the 10 of Pentacles or the 10 of Autumn, and this came out with the King of Swords. I keep going to say the King of Wands. I could be talking to an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But with the 10 of Pentacles, this is financial security of your children or the loved ones. It's also making wise investments and planning for retirement, and honouring family traditions. I do feel like I could strongly be talking to a family person who is a head of a family, either a mother or a father, who is needing to detach themselves from what it is that shaped their identity when their kids were younger. Now their kids are grown up and moved on. I'm getting that a lot with the 4 of Wands is here twice, and now the 10 of Pentacles is here. This is somebody that needs to detach from the identity that they had within that environment, okay, and step into who you were meant to be, who you were, maybe even who you were, what you miss, who you want to be. Tell me more about what Pile 3 needs to know. The 2 of Pentacles. This says, bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, and exceptional talent for multitasking. So there could be something that Spirit is asking you to manage, manage more than one of, or maybe saying that you can multitask, okay, you can juggle, you can manage. If you're feeling like you can't manage with conflicting priorities, Spirit is saying that you can, okay. And give me one more for what they need to know, some advice here around what is happening behind the scenes. The 7 of Winter. There is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. So yeah, this is someone who is not listening to that intuitive nudge, their dreams, their signs, their synchronicities. They're overlooking the transition that they are being pushed into. Okay, Spirit is saying there is a better choice to be made here. If you're making a decision to stay where you are, that is not the choice. Take the intuitive nudges, listen to your intuition. It's time to step out of something comfortable or an old identity, I feel, for a lot of people, where you're feeling stagnant, oppressed, or unfulfilled. The three of Summer, which is the 3 of Cups, the new news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends you can cherish. So you could have a really strong community, okay. You got the Princess of Cups there, which is the Page of Cups, or it could be that with the Page of Cups and the 3 of Cups, Spirit is really, you have really strong spirit team and a supportive spirit team who wants you to win, wants to give you something to celebrate, okay. They have something to say as well with the 3 of Cups and the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is sending you into intuitive information. It's your intuition. It's those little nuggets of synchronicities that you bump into in everyday life, okay. So let's get some, actually, is that it? No, What else are we going to get? Oh, can we get some advice, more advice here for pile 3? More advice for pile 3. Thank you. And what is happening behind the scenes? More advice. Power, so it kind of came out crossing. This is somebody who might be giving their power away, okay? You have a mighty power within you, a lot of strength, a lot of inner strength, a lot of divinely guided power. You are giving it away possibly here. Protection, more lightning. That could be significant to somebody, but with protection here, but you are protected. You are being protected during this transition and throughout this whole shift. There's power, there's more power within you than you think, okay? And Spirit is sending you more of it to protect you, to guide you. And I feel like you know it intuitively. For pile 3, one more for the advice here for pile 3. Trust. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? Trust. And look at the water. The water is calm. There's no instability. There's no emotional turbulence here. It's calm because you do trust, because you can trust. You're moving by moonlight. You're moving by your intuition. You're moving by your the guidance of what is about what you can't see happening behind the scenes here. And then at the bottom of the deck, yeah, you've got release. And once you do, you step into an energy of delight, that creative energy, that identity that you've been missing, pile 3. So I'm going to leave it there because I've gone way over time. But I've really enjoyed that reading. Let me know in the comments if that is your reading, if it resonates, and like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.